Good evening, good evening. Happy midday Monday to you. Pray that all is well with you all on this great Monday afternoon. For this is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. I would say this is the day that the Lord has made, and I will rejoice, for he has made me glad. Every time I get on this live, somebody want to start calling me. But listen, guys, I'm glad to be back. This is Mr. Favor, and I'm back in the saddle again to serve you, the people of God, and to share with you some midday Monday nuggets. And I want to say before I get started that I want to thank everybody for tuning in to the nuggets every Monday and even sharing the videos as well. A lot of people are really being blessed by the nuggets, and they are really seeing a change. A lot of people are applying the principles, and that really means a lot, because when you have a desire to help and to reach out and to just kind of assist, it really is a great encouragement to know that somebody is really listening and they're applying it. And I tell people all the time, something cannot work for you if you don't work it. You can't expect anything to work for you if you don't work it. You got to apply it. You gotta put it to use. You gotta put it to practice, and then you can see the results of what you apply, what you invest, what you put in. I've been getting a lot of calls that people have started businesses, and just by listening to the principles and some of the things that were shared on the Midday Monday Nuggets with Mr. Favor, and they are doing great. A lot of them have started businesses, and they are actually doing great. And one of the things that I want to do is do follow-ups with these individuals and try to reach out to them. They agreed that it was okay for me to do that. So I want to keep in contact with them so that I can, continue to encourage them. And if they have any questions, I always tell them, if they have any questions or concerns or things that they don't understand, they may not be sure of, please feel free to contact me, reach out to me. And God has blessed me to have a host of people that are in business as it relates to banking, accounting, bookkeeping. I mean, you name it. All kinds of people that is in the business industry. I've been blessed to have friends and associates, business associates in whatever area of your life. I mean, if attorneys, just go down the list. And so God has just been good to me in these years of being in business, and just allowing him to lead and order my steps, learning from my mistakes, good investments, not so good investments. You learn as you go, but overall, everything is working out good. Favor Trucking is running strong. God is yet blessing Favor Trucking, and some things are coming into fruition. A lot of things that I was planning and working on and investing. And wow, there go one of my associates right there. My banker was just calling me. I had to call him back in a minute, but I'm on the live. And the call before that, somebody was calling needed some material delivered. So see, even as I'm on the live, guys, I mean, the fruit is on the vine. I mean, so what I'm sharing with you guys is not my opinion. It's not my opinion. It's not, something that, I'm thinking up or anything like that. These are things that I'm experiencing, that I apply myself, and I get results. I get results, and so even right on the live, good evening to everybody that's coming in. I'm sorry I'm not able to look down and acknowledge you. I'm actually driving. I'm headed to another appointment. I'm trying to get some things finalized. So there's a lot of things that coming into manifestation. Been off the scene for a couple of months, but sometimes you got to go off the scene in order to work behind the scene. See, when you're working behind the scene, you're not on scene. You're not out front. You're not being seen, I should say. When you're behind the scene, you're not being seen. So, things are coming. They manifested. I got a call on Saturday afternoon about another project I got going on, and things are looking good. They're coming together. So thank God for that. So everything is on schedule, guys. And that's connected to the nugget today that I want to talk to you about. I want to talk to you about that. The nugget of the day is you have to be patient. You got to be patient, guys. Never be so in a hurry, okay? Sometimes situations and sometimes projects and things that you got planned may not always work out as fast as you would like. Sometimes you may get a delay. Sometimes delays are great. Delays are great because it gives you time to get some other things done that you wouldn't normally have time to get done. And time is a very precious commodity. All right. And so to be blessed with time, you got to be mindful that time is precious. And so you have to use your time wisely, and you got to prioritize things as relates to time. You don't want to waste time doing stuff that is really not a priority. You want to get your priorities out the way first, okay? If you're going to use your time to do anything, that is to meet your obligations and your priorities, okay? A lot of the other things we do, we can make some other time for that. But if it's not a priority, don't obligate yourself. Sometimes we obligate ourselves to things that are not priority. It's not really a priority. So, a lot of times we obligate ourselves. We put pressure on ourselves, and we use a lot of time doing stuff that's really not a priority. That's something that could have been done later on. It's not really a right now situation. You know what I'm saying? So you got to learn how to prioritize your time, and part of doing that is learning how to submit to patience. Everything that's coming together right now for Favor Trucking is tied to patience. I was willing to be patient. I saw what was going on. I communicated with those who are working with me on my projects, and they was like, it may take this long, it may take that long, but I had to be willing to be patient. And in the meantime, in being patient, I was busy doing other things, getting other things in order, and getting other things set up, and restructuring some things, and kind of went back and had to had to reestablish some things, had to move some things around and stuff like that. And so it was great. I thank God for the time that I had to do that. And most importantly than that, because of the responsibility and the schedule that I have, as it relates to pastoring and running a business and doing other things. I work alongside with other programs as well. So my schedule is pretty busy. And so, but most importantly, out of all of that, I was able to catch up on some much needed rest. And sometimes you can be so busy going and going and going that you don't really take time to rest. Saturdays is usually my rest day. It's usually my days where I take and I rest and I kind of consecrate myself and get prepared for Sundays and things like that. And then I just do like little run little errands and things like that. But Saturdays is usually my chill day. You know what I mean? But I was able to catch up on some much needed rest, which thank God for that, But I was able to take care of some other things. Man, these last couple of months has been a blessing, man. Been a blessing, and have no complaints. God has provided. I mean, provision is in the storehouse. I mean, God He's blessed me. I mean, I have no complaints at all. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's doing great. I mean, the ministry is doing great. Business is doing great. My family is doing great. So I have no complaints there. God has just been faithful, and he's been really, really good to me. And so, but with that, that's what I want to talk about, guys. I want to talk about being patient. Don't get discouraged because you have to wait on some things. And don't be anxious. Don't make a move too sudden to where just because something may take a little longer than what you anticipated, don't get anxious, don't get impatient, and don't make a decision out of haste because you're not willing to be patient and wait on what it is that you're waiting on. And you gotta be settled within yourself. And you can't be a person that makes decisions based upon your feelings, your emotions, or delays or mishaps, or, even listening to other people who don't have the patience and don't understand the level in which you are operating from. Sometimes you could be around the wrong people just giving you wrong advice. Man, I wouldn't wait that long. Man, I would do this. I would do that. You stop listening to people like that, because a lot of times people would not do half of the stuff that they say and try to tell you to do. They won't even do half the stuff that you are being told to do. It's easy to say what you would and wouldn't do if you're not in a position in which you are sharing your opinion about. You know what I'm saying? It's easy to say what you would and wouldn't do. And man, I wouldn't do that. Well, it's easy to say that when you're not in the position. But that's why I shared this with many of you in a prior video. If you are going to be in business, you have to be a visionary. A visionary is a person, and one thing a visionary understands, that they are doing right now is not for right now. Vision is not for now. Vision is for later. And sometimes you have to make decisions as a business owner that may not make sense to the common people, like common sense. A lot of times, see, it's a difference. It's common sense, and then there's business sense. Okay? A lot of times, as a business owner, you make decisions that may not make sense to the common sense. So somebody may see you do something and be like, why did he do that? Or why did she do that? That don't make any sense. Why would they do this? And why would they do that? Why didn't they do this? And why didn't they do that? Now, see, because the decision that was made based upon good business sense. So a lot of times, I take me for instance, I do things and I make moves to a lot of other people may not make any sense. And they may say, well, why did he do that? Well, why did he sell that truck? Well, why did he sell that truck but kept that truck? Why didn't he keep that truck until this happened or that happened? Why did he do that? And so they sitting back, scratching their head, trying to figure out why I do what I do. But they don't realize my decisions are based upon business sense. So anything I do, first of all, I pray about it. That's number one. Anything I do, I pray first. So, because God is my greatest advisor. He's my advisor. He's my counselor. He the one that tells me exactly what I should and shouldn't do. And he leads me on the right time. Okay. So everything I do for a reason. I ain't just doing it to be doing it. But, so, you know, I've had people say, man, why did you do that? Why did you do this? Why did you do that? Why didn't I would have did this and did that. And then I'm listening to them. But at the same time, I'm not listening to them, because if the decision is already made, your opinion really don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Because my decision was made based upon good business sense. And sometimes business sense sometimes will conflict with common sense, or shall I say, people's perspective and people's opinion. Okay? Maybe I can say it like that. Because you still have to have some common sense, even as it relates to business sense. But sometimes business sense sometimes would leave common sense scratching his head at times and wondering why that particular situation turned out, or that particular decision was made, or whatever the case may be. So sometimes you gonna make decisions that don't make no sense to people that are around you, or may not know why you're doing what you're doing. And so that's why it's not always good to talk about what you're doing as it relates to business and a lot of things you're working on. It's not good to be in conversation and talking to a lot of people. Just, you know, pray about it, let God direct you, but you also got to know that you got to make decisions that make good business sense. Because when you're in business, your decisions it's got to be in the best interest of the business. See, this goes beyond personal, and too many people try to make decisions that is tied and connected to business based upon a personal level, because they are making decisions that is going to benefit them. But it is not really about you. It's about the business. You understand what I'm saying? So when you make yourself priority and not the business, then you will only make decisions. Boy, this is good right here. I don't care what y'all say. When you make it about you and it is not about the business, then your decisions will only be solely based on what's in the best interest for you, not in the best interest for your business. And that's why this is one of the reasons why we see so many businesses that is not really flourishing, that is not really expanding or reaching its full potential of what it can and cannot do, or can do, I should say, and the things that it shouldn't do in order to increase and prosper and all of that. This is why we don't see a lot of businesses reach its peak or to kind of tap into greater, because a lot of people are running their businesses on their personal level. So it's all about how it's going to benefit the person, not how it's going to better the business. Okay. Not how it's going to better the customers or the clients. Or so when they make decisions, they're not making decisions that is going to benefit customers, that is going to benefit their clients, that is going to benefit the business. They're making decisions that's going to benefit them. And this is why we don't see, and so this is why we see a lot of people who get discouraged when the business is not benefiting them. They get discouraged and ready to get out of the business, because the business was never supposed to be about you in the first place. It was supposed to be about the business and the people you serve and you render service to. So a lot of people get discouraged and they ready to get out the business when things are not looking so well in their favor. It has nothing to do with the business. So that means sometimes you got to be willing to make business decisions that is in the benefit of the business. And sometimes when you make a decision that's in the benefit of the business, you may not like those decisions, well, as it relates to you personally, but it's not about you. Not about me. You know what I'm saying? That's why I tell people, guys be like, man, I can't believe you sold that particular truck or that truck. Or that. I done heard this probably the last 3, 4, 5 years. Because I'll buy a truck, I'll fix it up, sell it, flip it, I'll work it, whatever, But I tell them, I said, I don't get attached to anything. I don't get attached to nothing, because to get attached to it is to make it about me. I have to have, you got to have boundaries as it relates to business. So I even got boundaries. I don't get attached to anything. If I buy something, if the company buys something, it's really the company. It's not me. If Favor Trucking buys a truck, okay? Favor Trucking, well, I'm going to give you a good example. Boy, this is good. I got to get off of here, though, because I got to go. Favor Trucking buys a truck, okay? Gary, it's not Gary that's buying it. It's Favor. Favor Trucking buys a truck, okay? Gary cannot get attached to a truck that Favor Trucking buys, because Favor Trucking is buying that truck for the benefit of Favor Trucking. Wow, I just saw a wreck, y'all. Just happened. A guy ran the light and pulled out in front of traffic that was coming through the intersection and hit him on the side. And they kept going. Both cars kept going. What in the world? You know what that means? And you got all these eyewitnesses out here that saw it. But you know what that means? If they kept going, that means somebody don't have no insurance. Wow. See, guys, this is why when I'm doing videos, I'm not looking down at the screen. I might glance down every once in a while, but this is why I don't do it, because look at the screen while I'm driving, because a situation like that, even though that car was wrong, the car pulled out in front of traffic because he thought he had the green light in the turn lane, but he didn't. He wasn't paying attention. So he pulls out there and the traffic is coming through the intersection and hit him on the side. Wow. Woo. I saw it. I mean, like, wow. Man, you never know what you're going to see out here. You got to be careful, guys. You got to be careful out here. Wow. Happened right in front of me. But anyway, so let me get back to my point, and then I'm going to get on out of here. And so because I got to call my banker back, and I got to call this customer back to make sure they get their material today. But and so I was saying, as I was saying, like if Favor Trucking buys a truck, okay, me, Gary, cannot get attached to a truck that Favor Trucking buys, because Favor Trucking is buying that truck for the purpose of business and for the benefit of the business and to meet the needs of the customers, okay? So I cannot get attached to a truck that Favor Trucking buys, because once that era or that contract or that season or whatever changes and business goes into a different direction, I think this is another mistake a lot of business owners make, because they get comfortable in a place and not realizing that business changes and shifts every year, every other year, seasons. Business shifts and changes with seasons. Seasons changes the business. It's the truth. A lot of businesses are seasonal, just like a lot of in the dump trucking industry. A lot of the work is seasonal. So seasons causes business to change. So sometimes if there's a shift in the seasons, if there's a shift in the contracts, if there's a shift in the economy, you gotta monitor all of that in order to know when to buy and in order to know when to sell. Okay? You got to know when the seller's market is booming. You got to know when it's time to get rid of a truck, especially when you cannot write it off, you cannot depreciate it anymore. See, it's a lot that goes into buying and selling. And you got see, that goes back to business sense. So when you make decisions, it's got to be based upon business sense. And so when people that are on the outside looking in, they don't understand that, they will question and have an opinion about the decisions you make, not realizing that a lot of your decisions is based upon business sense and business moves. That is based upon contracts, is based upon what you can and cannot do no longer with the truck, with or without the truck. I mean, there's a lot of things that you have to consider, and a lot of people don't understand that, and then they hold on to things and not realizing that you're holding on to, you should have already got rid of it a long time ago. Now you discussed it, you're discouraged, you're mad, you're frustrated about it, but not realizing that what you holding on to is really what's costing you the most. It's your greatest maintenance cost. And that's why you're not seeing no profit. That's why you're not seeing no profit. It don't necessarily have to be something wrong with the truck, but when you have depreciated a truck as much as you can, and you can no longer write it off, you can no longer use it as a deduction, why are you keeping it? You know what I'm saying? And that doesn't mean something wrong with the truck when you sell it. It's just that you're getting rid of it at the right time, at the seller's market. The seller's market is good. You're getting rid of it. You can sell it, and then you start over. Buy another truck, and you start over. See, these are things that a lot of big businesses, the bigger businesses do these things. They do it all the time. Why do you think when a lot of these fleet trucks, they buy multiple trucks at one time, and then they keep them for 4 or 5 years, and then they trade them in, and they buy new ones? It's all about deductions and depreciations and write-offs. That's what it's all about. I mean, it's about knowing when to move a truck in and out. I mean, it works, and it looks good on your business credit. It looks good on your references. Creditors like to see revolving credit. They like to see that. That's what causes you to be able to walk in a dealership or walk in a bank and say, I want to order a truck. I want to buy this truck, buy that truck. And all they do is pull your name. They pull the company name and see your your business history. You got good business credit. A lot of people don't even know what that is. You know what I'm saying? You in business, but you ain't got no business credit. That don't make no sense, because they're using their personal information to get everything for the business. No, it's supposed to be separate. It's supposed to be separate. So it's a lot of things that can benefit you in a lot of the things that you do as it relates to business. It's the same principle, guys. You got to be willing to use the principles in order to get the results. Like I said, these large corporations do it every day. Large companies do it all the time. And it works. And if it didn't work, they wouldn't be doing it. But for some reason, because people feel like they're a smaller business, they don't have to do certain things. No. Or they feel like it is not necessary for them to do. You know, so you actually limit yourself. You restrict yourself from a lot of benefits and a lot of opportunities to grow and to increase when you refuse to, step out of that comfort zone or whatever and just spread your wings. Spread your wings. So I just wanted to share that, guys. I hope you was able to get an understanding of what I was saying about that, as far as that go. Your growth is in your quality, guys. Your growth is in the quality of your business, not in the quantity of everything you got. See, a lot of people think that because they got a lot of things, they big. No. Your growth and your big is in your quality, not so much in the quantity. Okay? And so it's all in how you do business. It's all in how you operate. It's in your communication. It's in how you treat people. It's your reputation precedes you, guys. Your reputation precedes you. There are people that I run into I've never met. I don't even know them from a can of paint. But they'll see a shirt, a favorite trucking shirt, or I'm wearing a favorite trucking hat or something like that. They'll walk up to me and they'll begin to talk to me and speak to me. Say, I know who you are. You do? I don't know these people from a can of paint. I can be in different places. People can be from different places, Raleigh, Charlotte, all around Virginia. They could be from different areas in the trucking industry, but they know who Favorite Trucking is, but they've never met me a day in their life. So they know the company, but they've never met the person. So your reputation precedes you. You understand what I'm saying? A person can never have met you, but know of you. So they know of Favorite Trucking. They never met me. And so when they get the chance to meet me, and they be telling me, man, I know who you are. I know who you are. I've heard of you. Like, well, really? So that's what I'm saying. So God will bless you like that. He will extend your borders. He will spread you out. Okay? And you want to keep a good name, guys. You want to keep a good name, good reputation. And remember, be patient. Don't always be in a hurry. What's for you will be for you. If God seeks to bless you with a job or a truck or opportunity, and not just a truck, because I talk to different business owners. Everybody's not in the trucking business. So whatever business you're in, learn how to be patient. You know what I'm saying? Learn how to be patient. Don't be in a hurry. What is for you is for you. You don't have to do anything to try to disqualify somebody else so that you can be considered. You don't have to play those games. You don't have to try to stab anybody in the back. You don't have to do none of that. Just continue to do good quality work. Continue to represent the kingdom of God, and just do what's right. It'll pay off after a while. Okay. So this is Mr. Favor. I really enjoyed my time with you guys. I pray that you all was blessed by the Nugget, and I got to get off of here and return these calls back. You know what I'm saying? Because this is business hours. I'm on my lunch break. So I use my lunch break to do the Midday Monday Nuggets on Monday. But I got to get back. I got to get back to work. I got to return these phone calls, take care of some things so that I can wrap some of these deals up and get back on the road. You understand what I'm saying? But Favor Trucking is still going. We enter into a new chapter, the Lord and I, and things are looking good. And just keep praying for Favor Trucking, and Favor Trucking will continue to pray for you all. This is Mr. Favor. It's been a joy to share the Nugget with you. Please like and share these videos. Share these videos, guys. Let somebody hear what you hear. Share the information and let the Lord bless your business. All right. Again, continue to be patient. Continue to keep working hard. Continue to make the investments that is necessary. Make sure you prioritize the important things, and don't allow yourself to be obligated to something that is not a priority. Okay. You can always do that later. Take care of that later. All right. Do your priorities first. Take care of first things first. All right. And remember, make decisions, good business sense. Make decisions that is in the best interest and the benefit of the business. And stop allowing yourself to make decisions that is based upon you, the person, and not benefit the business. All right. So, with that being said, you all continue to have a God bless Monday afternoon. This is Mr. Favor, and I've enjoyed my time with you. As I often say to the Monday night crew, please join AGA tonight. We are bringing the Where Has the Fellowship Gone video segment to a close on tonight. And we will be starting our new segment on next Monday night, Lord willing. So come on back tonight and hang out with your boy, AG8. And so he can bring that great segment to a close. Where has the fellowship gone? All right. So again, please be encouraged. Hang in there. All right. Be careful out there. Those of you that are on the road, as I forestated, I saw an accident happen right in front of me. So be careful as you drive and travel wherever you are, what city, what state, doesn't matter. Be careful. And as I often say, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, is walking about as a roaring lion, seeking whom he may devour. We choose to dwell in the secret place of the Most High so we can abide under the shadow of the Almighty. Hey, listen, guys, I want you to know I love you and I'm praying for you till we meet again. What's up, Tyra? Today is your birthday, girl. Happy birthday to you. Yes, indeed. That's my girl right there. We go way back. She always talking about she gonna come and visit the church, but I ain't seen it yet. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. God bless you, Tyra. I love you, girl. And I took a cheap shot, but that's all right. We close like that. We friends like that. We tight like that. You know what I'm saying? I can get away with it. Somebody else can't get away with that, but I can. Good evening to everybody else that's on the live. God bless you. Good to see ya. But anyway, this is Mr. Favor. Y'all continue to be blessed. Lord willing, I'll see you next Monday for Midday Monday Nugget. All righty then. I'll see you next Monday, 12 noon, Lord willing, for another Midday Monday Nugget. All right? Remember, join AGA tonight for another edition of Back to the Bible. Folks out here pulling out in front of me on the highway, so I got to get off this phone. I don't know why people pull out in front of you. on a highway. They see you coming and pull out in front of you. Lordy, lordy. But anyway, this is Mr. Faber. I'm out of here. Peace.